Greetings all, this is Hairy Nick.
And this is a less hairy Justin.
Tonight we have a slightly tired Hairy Nick because our state has opened up again. We now have our shops open again. I work in retail. It's been quite a hectic few days.
It's been an interesting couple of days for you. I can only imagine.
It's good to be back at work. I'm not making any complaints, but yeah, it's just a bit tired, a bit more subdued in this video. But not too subdued, because we're talking about a ship that I love and something I've been looking forward to a lot.
This is basically a sneaky scum pack in itself, isn't it?
It is a sneaky scum pack, that is correct. We're looking at the Separatist Fire Spray, and it's got a lot of stuff for scum. It's even got a little bit of stuff for everyone. A couple of factionless, generic upgrade cards that actually look really, really interesting.
Yeah,
so
I think once again we need to chuck in the old saying FFG, card packs.
Card pack. One of these cards in particular we need a card pack for. Once again, as always, we spoke about all of this stuff during the Gen Con reveal, so we're not going to talk about the Jango Fett pilot, the Boba Fett crew, or Hondo and Uka crew cards. So we've spoken about those before. Watch those videos if you want to see them. In fact, I did a whole video separately on Hondo and Uka, specifically about the design and all that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to mention it again, but we will talk about this ship again. Just bringing up the generic, I don't have to say anything, it's a fire spray, everyone knows what this is. We have a generic Separatist Racketeer at Initiative 2. 3 red dice at the front, all the back, 2 agility, 6 hull, 4 shield, focus, target lock, red reinforce, and boost. Nobody ever red reinforces with this thing. It's pretty to have on the card, but that's about it. Let's talk about some new pilots, though. Let's start with the least hype one, because, okay, I'm a Boba Fett player on Scum. I read this morning when I woke up and went, oh, that's it? This doesn't seem good. I don't want to start this video on a downer, Justin, but yeah.
It's young Boba Fett. He hasn't quite gotten to Initiative 5 and a decent pilot talent.
That's it. Initiative 3, while you defend, if there are no other friendly ships at range 0 to 2, you may change one of your blank results to an focus result. Yes. Yes. Kind of like a lone wolf-ish ability. Could be interesting with what's the double focus card, Justin? You know the
Perceptive
co-pilot. That's the one. Yeah. It just doesn't seem very exciting.
Other than that, it's a bit lacking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too hard to trigger that. We've known lone wolf in the past can be pretty easy to work with. It does make you a bit predictable though. It's not super easy, and the payoff is just, I guess, just take focuses and have better defense. It's just underwhelming.
I think this is just going to be the ship that you do fly off by its lonesome. It's got that range 0 to 2, so you want to... Lone Wolf seems pretty good to go on it as well, so then you've got attack and defense.
I guess. If it fits in a list, at the end of the day, if this is just powerful enough and just cheap enough, cool. Yeah. It's Boba Fett, man. This is so underwhelming.
We've got to have one average Boba Fett somewhere.
One Boba that doesn't break the game, yeah. Fair enough, I guess. Let's move on to some other more hype pilots. Actually, no, I say hype. This is just confusing. So Zam Wessel.
This is word soup.
This is word soup, the pilot. So Zam Wessel. Actually, I'll bring up on the screen as well. We have a crew version of this as well, which goes on to Separatist or Scum, and it has 2 charges. Now, the pilot is Initiative 5 and has 4 charges, but reads the same apart from that. Setup, lose 2 charge. During the system phase, you may assign one of your secret conditions to yourself face down. You should thank me, or you'd better mean business.
Yes,
I always trip over that when I'm saying it. I don't like the way that reads, but anyway.
Yeah. Now, just remember, everyone, you do have to do this every single system phase.
System phase. I initially was confused because I thought, oh, it's just one and then it goes away. No, you keep doing it every turn. So, let's read through these. You'd better mean business. This condition card is assigned face down. It's a secret condition after all. Reveal it after you defend. After you defend, you may spend 2 charge from Zam Wessel. If you do, perform a bonus attack against the attacker. At the end of the engagement phase, if this card is face down and you are in the enemy ship's firing arc, you may reveal this card. If you do, Zam Wessel recovers 2 charges. Very good, and you should thank me. This card is assigned face down. Reveal it after you defend. After you defend, Zam Wessel recovers 1 charge, then you may acquire a lock on the attacker. At the end of the engagement phase, if this card is face down, and you are in the enemy ship's firing arc, you may reveal it and spend 2 charges from Zam Wessel. If you do, you may perform this as a bonus attack. And both of them also read at the start of the system phase, remove this condition. This is a word salad. I get it. I get what this does on the surface, but it's too much. It's way too much. I've spoken about this recently with some of their design. It's FFG, you've got to tone back the complexity on these. This is way too hard for new players to track. Yeah.
The fact that you either got 2 charges or 4 charges, and then if you do something, you might get 1 charge, but then you got to spend 2 charges to get the extra attack. And then I've already forgotten what I was meant to do at the first thing, and
it's a bit too much. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just plain up not happy with this. I understand. You can see the veneer of what's going on here. Oh, you get to do like bonus attacks and target locks, and you bounce it out by choosing the cards. I get that. It's just too many layers of complexity. I think this could be good. I actually think this could be really good. I can't even begin to evaluate it. It's too complex.
Yeah. I mean, the crew card, the fact that it could be on Scum means that you can use this instead of Maul, have extra attacks.
I'm interested about that.
Even having the crew on the Sith Infiltrator seems pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very strong.
I agree. Like on Scum, Fire Spray, even like YV666 with the 360 arc. Sorry, 180. Let's not talk about that. It could be very interesting. Like the sentences amongst these cards, performing bonus attacks, acquiring locks, all of these effects are really good. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It's going to depend on the points.
You need to be remembering this every single turn.
I will say this, from a purely meta point of view, this could be a very interesting card. From a accessibility, casual point of view, I'm very unhappy with this card.
Oh, yeah, no. This is not a casual card. This is meta. This is, people that have been flying for years and remember everything. This is not me.
Yeah,
this is not me.
Man, I've been flying a bit longer than you. I'm confused as hell reading this. Anyway, let's focus on some positives, because apart from that, we got the Jango Fett pilot. That looks really, really good. I'm just the other 2 pilots not so keen on. But we also got the Jango Fett crew card now. So this is very similar to the pilot ability. The pilot ability reads, you get this effect if you do a maneuver that's easier than your opponent's. The Jango Fett crew that goes in Separatist or Scum, happy. While you defend a perform an attack, you may spend a lock on the enemy ship to change one of the enemy ship's focus results to a blank result. And I'm very, very interested in this.
I suppose it means that you can use your lock in a different way rather than just attacking.
I've spoken about this before. I love flexibility, especially with target locks. Target locks can traditionally only do one thing: make you shoot betterer. If you're taking target locks and you have the ability to use it on defense, it seems really, really good. Plus, it has the other benefits of the Jango Fett pilot. It's good against Jedi, and any Force users for that matter. I think primarily we're going to want to see this on ships that want to take target locks incidentally, things that are firing missiles or just get other benefits from target locks, but just seems like a good solid card. I'm really happy to see what's going to happen with that one. Okay, let's move down to a couple of generic cards we have here. False Transponder Codes. This is an illicit card with 1 charge. No other requirements apart from that. After you acquire a lock on an object, or an object acquires a lock on you, if you have an active charge, you can spend it to jam that object, ignoring range restrictions. This is cool.
This does mean that you have to be choosing your lock, or like if they use a crappy ship to lock you, you're going to be a little bit annoyed.
But you don't have to. If you have...
Yes.
Oh, no. There's no May. Well spotted. I thought there was a May. That's a very good point. Having said that, that's still forcing your opponent to do certain things. And if it's cheap enough and efficient enough, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I mean, obviously, the way you exploit this card is just locking something yourself. It's high initiative, just go lock something and jam it, which is really cool. That's a really good way to headhunt a ship. It just seems, from that point of view, with that strategy, obviously powerful.
Also, the card's quite interesting. All the writing in red is Aurebesh for the different names of the Millennium Falcon.
Very good. Good art. I like good art. Okay, another generic card we have here. Weapons System Officer. This is a gunner with no faction restriction whatsoever. So, as we said, need that card pack. Soon.
Card pack.
Now.
Card.
Now.
Yeah.
I announce it next week on Thursday. So I'm just trying to telepathically control FFG there. After you perform a special attack that requires a target lock, you may acquire a lock on the defender. Solid.
This is just really good. Me personally, I'm looking at this on TIE SFs. If you can get this cheap, this is going to be good.
It's nice. It's almost like a fire control system for that kind of platform. Also, I'm interested because it comes in a fire spray. I mean, I don't know how interesting it is on these pilots, but in Cressus Trellix on the Scum faction, that seems pretty decent. Cressus will have to take one of these titles to get access to a gunner. It doesn't seem crazy,
but if you've got this and Jango, and Jango work well together.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Just cram all the characters in there in the fire spray, having a party. It just seems solid. There's nothing too crazy about it. I think this kind of effect on a ship that wants to fire missiles over and over again is going to be happy. It's going to have to be careful the way they cost it, because that's a bit unprecedented in second edition. Just being able to go bam, 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 bam. Fire your missile and spend your lock and get your lock back straight away again. Seems very, very efficient.
Yeah.
Could be scary. Could be very scary. Justin, we have one more card. I'm very hyped for this card.
Actually, is there just one card? Because technically, it's getting out of hand.
It's getting out of hand, yeah. That's right. There are two of them. There are two slave ones in the game now. While you perform a forward attack, if you're in the defender's rear 180, if you're behind them, in other words, you may change one hit to a crit at a gunner slot. That's a lot of words that I like. I like all of those words. Getting hits, turning hits into crits. It doesn't work out the back, and you have to be behind an enemy, so it's not guaranteed to happen all the time. But, if it's efficient enough, that incidental upside is going to be nuts.
Yeah, if it's costed the same as Slave 1 normal...
It won't be. It can't be.
It won't be, but...
It'll be more. Yeah. That's like 2 points
even
or
if it's 5.
Yeah.
Even if it's 5, I think this is good.
Yeah, I don't... It's going to depend on if it's costed so much that if you're not using the gunner slot, it's just too wasteful. But it's just obviously powerful. I think a lot of non-Scum players are just groaning at this, going, why did you give Boba Fett a new toy? Why would you do that? They'll balance it out. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Adding a gunner slot.
Points can change.
It's interesting. Marauder was previously the way to get gunners onto the Slave 1, onto the Fire Spray on Scum, and it basically had no other text apart from Attagana. So this is Attagana, and it has a very relevant ability, so I don't think this is going to be cheap. And that's a good thing.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be cheap on the CIS at least.
They're going to cost based on they're not going to do that.
Under cost for the Separatists. Under cost for Separatists. 2 points for Seppies.
It's great on Jango. I mean, the fact that it cares about position, initiative 6. I mean, it just looks really, really solid. Just to reiterate, I know I'm salty about a couple of the cards in this pack. The 2 other named pilots, apart from Jango, I'm like, well, what are they doing? But overall, very happy with what this pack has to offer. I think it's going to be...
I think this is going to be... Separatist players will want this, Scum players will want it, then everyone else will want the cards when they eventually come out in a card pack.
And I got to say, a great way to add value to this pack is the fact that, yes, Scum players have to buy a new Slave 1 model, and that sucks because, but I'm using Boba Fett's. But you can use this title. So now you have the model to go along with that title. See, it all fits in. It's not as wasteful as you think. And Yeah, I don't know whether I like brown and green as opposed to blue and yellow. I don't know. I also painted my own Marauder, so
yeah. You're gonna have all. You'll have to fly triple.
I like this ship a little bit, I'll be honest. Anyway, that's all the information on this stuff. As I said, we've covered everything from this pack if you want to watch those old videos. In the meantime, me and Justin will continue to cover this stuff. More Hangar Bay episodes to come out soon. I swear we just need to find a spare moment to breathe at the moment. We are both so busy.
Emergency points.
New points coming out. Yes, we'll do a video discussing all of that. We've got new releases, so new Hangar Bay videos to come out of those too. It's coming. I swear it's coming. We need time. We need time. We need to breathe. In the meantime, thank you all so much for your support. You can like, comment, and subscribe and do all the stuff that makes the YouTube algorithm be happy. Also, yes, there is a Patreon for the channel, so the link for that is also down in the description if you want to support us monetarily. It means a lot if you do. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. We'll both catch you in the next video.
Go to sleep.